I'm just trying to get you involved, you know?
No, I understand.
Let me click on Auburn then. That's the wood golem again. Don't want to click on that. There's Auburn. Oh, she rolled the same. Okay, Anton, you're up first.
All right. Even though I don't like leaving a challenge behind, my friends have done something silly. So, let's see here. That's my 30 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to sit right there for now and let him come to us.
Well, he's going to do that right now. The wood golem actually looks a little strange. You notice that it actually has, instead of hands, it has two battle axes, like carved into its hands, and it just raises them up and slashes them right at the first person it sees, which is Coriel.
Misses.
Both miss? Dang. Well, that wasn't as cool as I was hoping. So you just see like these two giant battle axes coming, and you're able to block them with your shield and all that stuff. Auburn moves in and is ready to go. She has her quarterstaff out. What about Spanky?
Spanky is going to cheer on the sidelines, riding on top of Anton's head.
All right, Sirach.
Well, this seems awfully dangerous to just walk next to him.
You could, drink a potion.
Okay, that is an option. It's not gonna help a ton though. That's gonna give me like one hit to survive.
That is better than no hits.
So let's see. Can get +1 AC from that, which is good.
Oh my god, we got Groot and Rocket here.
Let's see if I. I think I'm just gonna play it safe. Well, semi-safe.
Okay.
Let's see if I. If I just go here, that's probably fine. So yeah, I'm gonna use the combat expertise to get +1 dodge.
Okay.
And just chill. So let me put the -1 attack there.
Okay.
Oh.
Well.
Ooh, nat 1 to nat 20. That's dice.
Well. Checking something real quick. I don't think constructs can be critted, actually.
They might not be able to. I don't know.
Don't think they can, actually. I think you're right. Golems and automatons and the like. I think they're immune to crits.
I don't know.
Yeah,
they might be.
They have a lot of things they're immune to.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they do. do have the magic attacks,
Um,
if relevant.
Well, the magic attacks do not do anything, actually. I'm
Okay.
looking at this. It doesn't say they can't be critted, so...
Okay.
But they're immune and have a lot of other things that they have that they can do.
Well, I imagine they're
sure it's
immune to a
wood.
bunch of conditions. Or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sure I know what Anton would have done.
Right, so the damage was 20... the damage would be 22 bludgeoning.
Yep.
You just start pounding into it and start, like, punching the wood. You know, bits of it are splintering off into your hands. But you do notice that it looks like your punches are not, like, going through the core of the solid oak structure of it as strongly as you would hope.
Okay.
But after like several attempts, like one big blow, you get in. Not only do you splinter some of the wood, but you see a small crack in the wood itself. So you did something to it, but maybe not as much as you were hoping.
It has some amount of DR. Probably.
Coriel.
Coriel's gonna swing with the magic fire axe.
Use the fire axe.
That's a fucking hit.
Ice.
Yeah, you slash into it. You notice that the axe itself doesn't seem to, you know, ironically, despite this being a wood golem, the axe itself doesn't seem to do as much damage as you were hoping. But the creature like ignites on fire.
Okay, so fire is good.
Yeah. And that's not good for it.
It's like the Frankenstein has a strong argument for you.
So you're done?
That's it.
All right, it's on fire.
All right.
Anton.
Let's see if I can't make it worse for our wood golem friend. I'm gonna activate expertise and stab it in the importance.
It doesn't have any importance. And yes, I think it can also be.
It cannot be sneak attacked, I imagine.
I'm double checking that too. Actually, it looks like it can, so you're good. Good.
Oh yeah, the whole chestnut between precision-based damage and vital space damage, or whatever they were calling it.
Yes, unfortunately, the attack misses. Sorry to say. So we looked at it for nothing. So the golem is now surrounded. That's not good. All right, we got 3 of you, so... Anton? Anton and Sirach, it's going to swing down on you. 1 hit each.
Okay. Which order?
Anton first.
Okay.
24 to hit.
Owie.
All right, you get slashed by the axe it's carrying. Sirach, you ready? 18.
It's fucking... Yeah.
All right, so Anton, you take 15. Sirach, you take 12.
Are you still up?
No.
Say, did you get full healed or anything?
No.
No.
So you were.
But the cleric is right next to us.
How many spell slots does she have left?
She has spell slots, but she doesn't have that many channels left. I think she only has like 1 left, so...
Well, she doesn't have any healing spells other than the channels?
No, she doesn't. At least not on the current build that she has right now.
Can't they spontaneous cast?
Well,
Can't
she's
they
good at.
convert?
Oh wait, you're right. She can spontaneous cast some stuff, so she can do that if need be.
And she's good at heal checks, and it's literally like 10 better, right?
Yeah, well, everybody gets 9 HP back, so
I'm alive
Sirach,
again.
you're not down. Coriel and Anton, you get 9 HP back. Spanky.
What's Sirach at, by the way?
2.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep. I mean, I did take 30 damage
All them
when I was
sixes.
at 30 health.
Frankie's gonna go for the eyes, boo.
I'm so sorry, dude. I'm never gonna roll that well again. Spanky misses.
It's kind of my luck to fail every saving throw in this game, I guess.
But it was your best one.
Technically, it's my second best one,
Oh, there you go.
but they're the same number,
Well, Sirach, it is your turn. Exact revenge.
so they're equally second best. Okay. I think I'll take bodyguard also. Yeah. I'm gonna take bodyguard as my movement, so I can get both feats. And then same -1 to attack, +1 AC thing in full swing.
Okay.
Bonk.
Nothing hits.
18 misses. Okay.
Coriel.
It's gonna be the same thing. Gonna swing with that fire axe.
That's a hit. 13 plus 5 fire on top. Ooh.
Hitting hard tonight.
Yeah.
What's the thing in the back of the room you guys are trying to get to?
I don't even think we've checked that yet, have we?
No.
Because I just turned a corner and this thing came out of nowhere and swung at me, so...
Well, that's weird. This whole
You're-
place is weird,
A
so...
lovable guy.
Your hit just ignites the other side of the golem. It's now almost engulfed in flames. You see bits of ash and cinder just starting to fall off of it. The smoke is starting to choke the room a little bit as well. The golem is struggling to lift up its axe arms, but it is still standing. But you notice it is starting to sag and buckle under the weight of the flames around it.
I do a CMB to trip it after an attack, or do you have to do that instead of an attack?
That's a good question. Usually, I know for creatures, it's mostly baked in where you can do it with the attack. That's
I would
combat
assume it would
maneuver,
have to
right?
be its own attack, because Sirach does shit like that, and it's its own thing, isn't it?
I believe it is.
Hmm.
I think you have to do it as its own... Yeah, it's its own move action. It's its own action, I think, so probably not.
See,
But
I'm
it had to
still...
trip
What?
it.
Yeah, it's a combat maneuver. You have to do it as its own action.
Yeah.
See, I'm
My
still,
stuff is substitute and attack ability.
I'm still very much in the headspace of, would the Rangers trap their own place? That was asked
Yeah.
at the very beginning. It's like,
Same.
is this a Ranger fort? Are we in the wrong place?
It's just some kind of animated training dummy.
No, it looks like it's actually a full-fledged wood golem.
I mean, if you're thinking this is a training camp for the Rangers, getting sliced in half is pretty hardcore for your training camp.
It's best of the best.
Sure. Is that
Starship
what your...
Trooper style, man. Live ammo training.
Sorry, which half of your parents was elf again?
The smart half.
Again, I would like
The one
to
that
point
wasn't
out.
around.
I would like to point out that the only reason this was talked about was because of stories that Sirio told you about who was at this camp and what kind of supplies they
Remind me again,
carried.
who's Sirio?
He's the halfling that you rescued from the other fort.
Sorry, because every time you
Who's
say
locked in
Sirio, I
the-
think Sirio Jones, and that's not the right person.
Who the fuck is Sirio Jones?
Character from Star Trek, the original series.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Human, but he's not human. He's actually a Klingon in disguise. Trouble with Tribbles.
Oh!
I've never watched the original series.
He's the guy from the Trouble with Tribbles episode.
That's right. That's right.
Who should have been Mud, but wasn't Mud for some reason.
Anyway, it is Anton's turn.
Okay. Well then, let's activate expertise again and try to find a chink in the armor of this wooden beast.
We don't use that word anymore.
That is a hit, but not a crit. Jeez. 9 to it.
Looks like, although you seem to be a little inconsistent in which damage you pick from a critical that's not really a critical.
I am?
With one of the rocks, you pick the right side number, and for me, you're picking the left side number.
Well, because he actually hit the critical.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
the
what
right
the
is the
crit.
confirm.
Yeah, the crit confirm is what that is.
Well, I thought these creatures just couldn't take criticals. Okay, my bad.
No, they
We
can. They
discovered
can.
they could.
I double checked that. The golem goes. Will it survive? Is a better question.
Uh,
I see where I was wrong. Thank you.
Never mind. I did it before. Why is it not working now?
typing it wrong.
Maybe. Oh, there we go. It's still standing. Holy shit. You know, like one of its legs is completely engulfed in flames right now, and it actually snaps off. So it's like on one leg, wobbling. And it's going to go after, let's see, we got 3 people in front of it. It's mindless. Coriel. Oh, 2 hits on Coriel. You ready?
Makes sense. I've hit it the most.
Bodyguard.
Are you
+2.
sure?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, +2 AC.
Okay, that hits.
Both hit?
Both hit, yeah.
Oh, and
Even
I
with
rolled
the
like...
+2?
Is that okay?
What's your
so
regular?
Well, if I should have specified this to start, but anytime I deal with sneak attack damage, this is what I get an effect. With this kind of foe, I would have been picking disoriented.
what does disoriented do?
It gives you the -2 on attack rolls and the -2 further on those it makes against me.
Is that a mind effect?
I copied and pasted that directly from the D20, the Pathfinder SRD. It doesn't say what kind of penalty it is.
It's a type of a condition. So let me double check it, because golems can't be... There's certain conditions golems are immune to. So you said it's disoriented?
Yes.
It's not even in the conditions.
Yeah,
the
it's a rogue thing.
It's a rogue thing, so it's a rogue only thing.
Yes.
Give me a second. That's part of your rogue talents?
It wasn't a talent. It was something I got for leveling up rogue.
Let me read the text of it. Hold on. Target takes -2 penalty on attack rolls. In addition, the target takes additional -2 penalty on attack rolls it makes against the rogue. At 10th level, 16th penalty on attack rolls made against the rogue increases. So hampered, they don't stack. The additional attack. They don't say anything else. Oh wait, hold on. Also debilitate the target for the attack, causing it to take a penalty. It doesn't say what type of effect it is, so
Well, it's not a mind effect.
If it's not a mind effect, then you should be good, because it's immune to mind and charm and compulsion and all that
Because
stuff.
mind is mainly like magic shit.
So
Yeah.
does that help with the hit that Coriel just suffered?
If that...
Well, it'd be
One
a
of them
22
would
and a
go away.
20. What's your AC?
22.
Well, you'd be at 24 with bodyguard.
So
What's
you-
bodyguard?
So neither of them hit. So it's kind of... It doesn't
Saved.
matter.
Here, let me get bodyguard. So basically, it's this. And the aid another for AC is +2.
Not, so you... Coriel, you're not hit at all.
Nice.
Well,
I'll
actually,
take
I have
all
to
of
make an attack roll against AC 10, but I can't miss that unless I roll a 1, I guess.
Go ahead and roll.
Not a 1. We're good.
You're good.
I accidentally pressed a skill.
I don't know why.
I'll try not
You
to
put
miss
too
my
many in the
character
golem
sheet.
and try to negotiate with it.
She's what's her face is gonna be doing a spell to heal you. So she's casting a cure light on you, Sirach. And
Okay.
she's doing a burn of a spell for that. Again, I always forget. Ignore the positive energy. I'm just checking something.
Okay.
P6. All right, that helps. So you get 5 back.
Well,
I guess
that's,
it's something.
well, that's still less than the minimum of like 8 that it's been doing.
Yes.
I
Spanky.
guess it's 6, but
Spanky's gonna bury his tiny little teeth in and go nom 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 nom. And fail miserably.
Sirach.
multiple punches plus bodyguard stuff.
All right.
Punch.
The 2 of those get through. You literally knock its block off. You punch the head off of the golem and it collapses in a heap.
Okay, I guess I don't need to roll the bodyguards then.
No.
Alright, well, that was painful. Was that the only thing in there?
In the light of the fire that's coming off the golem's body, do we see anything?
There's a nondescript alcove on the far end of the corner of the room. It looks like it just contains like a small dais, several like woodworking tools, and things like that. The golem... Oh, I should have asked you something. Is there anybody who was wearing the Tronchado Ranger poncho?
Am I wearing that?
Yeah, you would have been immune to
No,
all
I'm just
of the
wearing
traps.
I'm just wearing a cloak of resistance. I don't think it's the actual Shadow version. We got it long before we found that other one.
You know, you
Okay.
figure Sirach wearing tree armor would have been immune to the other tree.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
as
not.
it turns out, no.
Unfortunately, we're not done. So stay in initiative too. You don't see anything on the golem though.
Except for that other golem rounding the corner.
Yeah, except for the mimic. Living inside the golem.
Yeah, the mimic that was pretending to be the dead golem.
Yep.
I've actually done that before.
I mean, it's the plot to one of my favorite movies. Screamers.
I've never seen Screamers.
Okay, what's going on down here?
Well, it's still your turns, so I'll let you know in a minute.
Should I go back up and try to brave that
So
wire-filled hallway?
it's Coriel's turn right now. So you're checking the room?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just check the room that the golem was guarding.
Like I said, you just find the shelf, which has like a little dais and woodworking tools on it. There's nothing else in this room. There's like a pedestal where you suspect the golem was actually located on.
How
But that's
tall is
about
the
it.
room?
About 12, 13 feet.
How tall was the golem?
About 6, 7 feet.
No.
All right, I guess in that case, I'm going to go ahead and peek around this next corner.
All right, now you stop.
Remember, only a penitent man should pass.
But Jehovah begins with an I in the Latin alphabet.
Ah, Jude, you're never there.
I was hoping that she would get there a little quicker. You see another wooden golem, but this one's different. Instead of holding 2 axes, it carries, and I say the word carry loosely, a large bow that is looks like it's been like carved into one of her hands. She grabs a branch off of her back and she shoots you immediately, twice. Neither of those hit, right?
No, there.
Okay. We are, and I guess I could add her to initiative now. So, Anton, you're next.
Joy and rapture. Okay, let's peek out of the hole here. And so this one, the hospitality of a locksmith.
I'm very curious what that would be.
Well, first you got to put a keyhole in them.
That is a hit, by the way. You attempt to put a keyhole into the wood golem. You stab through it. You see bits of wood and splinters and things like that come out of her body. But that's about it.
And this will be with the same debilitating injury bonus.
Okay.
So it is disoriented, takes a -2 penalty on attack rolls, -4 on those versus me.
Well, it's ignoring you completely, and I guess technically you can get an attack of opportunity because it's going to shoot Coriel again.
Okay.
Not to be devil's advocate guy. Do elementals suffer from that effect?
In what way? The debilitation and all that?
Mm-hmm.
I would presume they do.
You
I would
know,
have
the
to
same
check.
way that like undead have a ton of status effect immunities. You actually have to look it up to know.
I actually got to double check that because I don't know. According to this, elementals aren't even subject to critical hits or flanking, so I doubt they would be hit by those effects. Immunity to bleed, paralysis, poison, sleep effects, and stunning. And that's all I got. So
not debilitation.
Not debilitation. So
Yeah,
you do hit it again, but it still shoots 2 arrows at Coriel.
I did just look it up. It is not a type of effect.
Lovely. So I guess you
So
can
there
use
just
it.
is no immunity.
It's not a type of effect?
No.
Debilitation's not an effect?
Nope.
What is it then?
It's at least not like a game effect. It's an ability effect, you know?
Oh, it's just the name of an ability.
Yeah.
Debilitate.
21 to hit you.
It's just part of the ability, it's not an actual effect.
I'm assuming 21 to hit you, Coriel, doesn't hit?
21's a miss.
All right, so you're good. Spanky.
Spanky go roar, nom nom nom. Let's see if I can't do it this time.
What does debilitate come from?
Rogue level 4.
It's a rogue thing.
Because the only debilitate I could find was a level 9 spell. So it's like, this is it.
No, debilitating injury.
Okay. I was looking up debilitation.
Spanky fails me yet again. There's a +4 to do it too.
Unchained Rogue.
Yeah, Unchained Rogues are pretty good. Auburn's going to do another heal and burn another spell slot for you. You ready? Take 11 HP, Sirach.
Wow. Much thank.
Sirach, your turn.
Not immediate death. Yeet.
You don't know how slow these fucking golems are, by the way, guys.
Do you see anything in the room behind it?
What are you? Do you have light?
Ion torch, as stated earlier. Okay.
That's what you see.
I mean,
Pound.
my favorite story is the one of a 24 AC gnome in like a plate mail suit who only had 5 feet of movement in turn.
Oh
my
dear.
24s to hit.
Yeah, they both hit.
Yeah, 29. Bodyguard the 2 allies.
All right.
They're both
Coriel.
hit it.
I guess I can't really do anything from here. It looks like Sirach and Anton have it pretty jammed up.
I mean,
You
you
can
can
move
go.
through me,
You can move through it, but the creature will get an attack of opportunity on you.
but it's using a bow.
It's basically just going to try and punch you with its free hand.
Yeah.
okay, yeah,
not
I'll
that bad.
flip through then, and I'll get to this. So I'm trying to get around behind it, actually.
All right, it's still going to take the hit.
Oh, the 24 AC thing, that was
Holy
5e,
shit.
by the way.
That's when
Alright,
it
well,
finally
that
gets
hits
me.
anyways.
All right, so 11 damage to you.
Nothing I
It's
can
not
do about that.
not 2.
Oh, she only gets 1 punch.
Yeah, it's an optac.
So
Only have one of those.
let me just take care of that really quick, and then I'm going to swing with my axe. Right here.
That's a miss.
Is it +2 for flanking?
That's a hit.
You said
There we go.
elementals were immune to flanking.
This is not an elemental, it's a golem.
Oh, then why'd you tell me the stats on an elemental?
Because you asked.
I didn't ask. I said about these things.
They're constructs, they're different. And constructs have a lot more shit that I gotta deal with. They are not immune to flanking constructs. So yeah, you hit, and it's on fire.
Nice. What can we see in this direction?
Not much.
Specifically in that direction, you're looking at the corner of a wall.
That's what I can see immediately.
A hallway.
Now I can see a hallway.
No, I mean, you pointed in this direction. It's a corner of a wall.
That's a good point.
You see a hallway. Anton.
All right. I am the keymaster. They are the gatekeeper.
Seriously, this thing only had a movement of 15. It was so annoying.
Can you only see 30 feet?
I don't know. Low light vision anyway, so I don't know how far I can see.
Yeah,
in
but
the
you have
dark.
an Anton torch. You have an ion torch.
Anton also
Yeah.
has a lit
Yeah,
rapier.
but Sirach is right
40.
here.
I'm only 10 feet away, yeah. So it should reach at least to 30.
So I had it right, but there you go. You got extra. Anyway, you hit it.
But yeah, low light.
Yeah, 30 good light, and then extra low light.
That is a
Let me check.
confirmed crit, by the way. 18 and 17, 18, 28.
35.
Holy shit.
Continual flame.
Sometimes I feel like a superhero for being able to do simple math really quick.
Anton. Well, I was doing it too, but I'm just going the old fast way.
What's the old fast way?
Counting on in your head bit by bit by multiplication.
You're doing multiplication to do addition. That
You-
seems like it's the hard way.
But anyway, you kill it, Anton. Congratulations, because I had 29
It's
HP
20.
left.
Oh.
But you crit like a motherfucker.
Nice.
So I guess you like stab it in its neck, and with combined with the fire, the golem collapses.
Okay.
And if they didn't move so fucking slow, it would have been a more fun fight for me. Spanky, what's he gonna do?
He's gonna pit it on the golem.
Okay. What are you gonna do, Sirach? Because Auburn's just gonna move up and ask, is everything okay?
It seems that way. I'm gonna look down this hall.
Okay. As you go down the hallway into the center, do you see? It looks like a crypt.
Okay.
And you notice inside are 2 tombs.
Okay. We want to be vigilant for traps still.
Yes.
Are you rolling perception?
Yes. The 24.
You don't see anything outside of the 2. There's like 2 stone sarcophagi.
Okay. Well, guess we'll approach.
As you get closer, let's see. Yeah, all you see is a low stone wall that kind of bisects the walls of the chamber, and to either side of the wall that rests like these stone sarcophaguses. The northern sarcophagus is carved on the top, and you see the image of what looks like a stout dwarf holding 2 crossed hand axes. The southern sarcophagus bears what looks like the image of a human, maybe a human woman or a woman of some humanoid woman holding a longbow. Interestingly enough, near both the sarcophagi, it looks like there's an old lever between both of the sarcophagi.
To torture soul in hell, pull lever.
The lever that is near the dwarf sarcophagus is down. The lever near the archer sarcophagus is up.
What do you think, Sirach?
Well, I think that there is 4 possible combinations for this, and we don't know what it does. Which
Maybe it
one was
releases
up?
a bear to punch.
Which one was up?
The one that was up is the southern one where the archer is. The archer sarcophagus.
Okay. So the one on the right, or the north, was presumably activated. I would like
He's
to
checking that out.
flip
What's
the right lever.
going on with this wall back here?
Which wall? That wall there?
Yeah.
You notice a large door. It is a large steel door. It almost looks like a vault door. And you notice there are 2 keyholes inside of it.
Okay.
The door itself actually has the door has no handles or hinges. outside of the keyholes, the only other thing you notice is a bunch of like writings, like things etched into it, and like some of them are just like curses, some of them are just random like ramblings. If you want, go ahead and roll like a perception to try and read it, or linguistics to try and read it, because some of it's really
I
faded.
don't have linguistics.
You could do perception, but it's pretty faded. Let's see. 19? I mean, you see things like you see things saying like fuck Dagrit and fuck Electron and Kilroy was here, and
Dicks, they're just carving dicks into the wall.
Yeah, a little bit like that, but you also see like some weird ones that are kind of like something saying like, don't open this door, there's a portal to hell behind it, and you know, terrible fates will haunt any who enter here. Auburn looks at this and says, honestly, this just looks like bored forest men and women inventing a bit of drama to fill the time. Because, you know, she's pointing out all the carved dicks on the wall.
All right, so I'll let everybody know about that. And it has 2 keyholes. You know there's a key up to the north behind some like wires and traps and the like. Presumably the other one's to the south. You have to get both of those keys. Not sure what the levers do. Maybe you got to turn the keys, pull the levers, and that opens the door.
Auburn has no clue either. So what you gonna do?
Want me to get one of the key to the north and see if it fits up here?
Yeah. That seems doable. I guess let's also take a look around here. Assuming that this is mirrored.
So you're going that way?
Yeah, we'll check the south first. I'll take the lead just since I have the flaming axe. Yep. These all wood golems.
You notice like an alcove where you suspect the golem might have been perched right over here.
Yeah, the bow one. Okay.
Where do you go? Okay, stop. And roll roll perceptions first, please. Hold on a second. Yeah, you don't see anything. But just like the other hallway, you notice that there's like a bronze key hanging off of an iron hook. This time the hook itself is like in the center of the room.
Okay, no shot this isn't also trapped though. So
what was that noise?
That was friggin' Alexa thing in the office in here. I think it's a reminder that my
Sorry,
wife
I thought you were
set.
looking for the Red October. One single ping.
Crazy Ivan.
yeah. Alright, well. Looks like we got 2 things for Anton to do.
So which one do you want me to do first?
Probably the north one, since you know what it is.
Alright. So go back up into this territory.
Uh-huh.
And I'm guessing it's going to be some kind of acrobatics dodging the laser beams, but there are actually wires that can cut you kind of thing, right?
I don't know. To the north, this whole side has been for this dwarf with the 2 axes, and all of his stuff is like flurry of blows. Like it's all like straightforward barrel ahead, just attack. I don't know if maybe you have to just cut all the wires at once. What did his plaque say?
Do you remember?
I don't, off the top of my head. It was like a flurry of blows, or
That was the north one.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The south was the one that was like strike safely and strike quietly, but the north side with the dwarf, it's all just been like just swing and fuck things up.
A whirlwind of blows assures victory.
So I guess strike safely is the arrow.
Yeah,
attack
that's
from
gonna be her.
range. So it was really just all about the golem that you'll be fighting.
That's the thing. That could also just mean whatever their golem type was. Might not be their traps, but
It's always the problem of knowing what the trap's about after the fact.
Now, let's see here. Let's see. Do we have any kind of dust in our inventory?
Any what?
Yeah, garlic dust. We use it as seasoning on our food.
salt, just a little salt.
I mean, I guess you have dust.
You are old.
That is true. He's 35 years old. He's collecting dust.
It's right there in the name. Old. Also, wouldn't this place be full of dust? No one's coming in here to clean it up.
Oh, it's completely filled with dust.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if we can't throw a bunch of dust into that alcove and discern a path through the wires without having to cut them all. Because there is that bit of intuition that Robert gave us that cutting the wires might be bad.
Well, this first wood golem is burned down to ashes. You could pick up some of the ash and just like throw it in there.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, you take some of the wood golem ash and chuck it in there. You see a roll of perception?
All right, let me just get to the main page of the character sheet here.
Even with the ash, you know where the wires were because you noticed them previously, so that's helping you. But the ash is not really discerning a pathway.
Right. I guess there's nothing for it but to try it. So fuck around and find out.
Okay, are you gonna purposely set off the trap, or are you going to?
I'm gonna try to get in there and avoid the wires.
All right. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. I need you to roll a acrobatics. Close as that. Okay. You avoid most of the wires, but as you're grabbing, you look where the hook is, and on the hook is the key. In the far back of the room, the wires there are so crisscrossed and so thick, almost like spider webs, that you actually snap one. And now I need you to do me a favor. Two things. Are you trying to grab the key?
Yes.
All right. I need you to make a sleight of hand check to see if you can do so.
And this is where Spanky helps me. He's not in there, by the way.
All right.
Not put Spanky there, but he does help me because Raccoon Familiars give you a +3 sleight of hand.
Oh, you lucky bastard. You're able to pocket the key and now make a reflex save.
All right. Where the hell are the saves? There they are.
That's pretty good. Is it enough? It is enough. Okay, so with your reflex save, you're able to avoid what happens. Another pair of axes pierce forward from you from the eastern walls and basically just like do a massive slice across the hallway. That was a successful save. Is half damage of this. So you ready?
Yeah.
I need you now. It does this for 4 rounds. So I'm assuming you got in, grab the stuff, and get out.
Yes.
All right. So
and I also have evasion.
Oh. Oh, so then you don't get hit at all. All right.
Excellent.
So you just see these axes like for like the next like couple of seconds, like swing, 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 swing like this in a motion until it stops.
And then he carefully maneuvers himself back out of there before that happens again.
Mm-hmm. Acrobatics, please. Well, no, you're already out of there, I assume.
Yeah.
So actually, don't do that, because if you were staying in there, you would have been hit within a few of those rounds, probably.
Okay. And so he probably did mess up all the other wires on his way out. All right, well, that was exciting. You guys ready for the southern one?
So the key is a steel key.
Cool, now you can unlock the front door.
You could unlock the front door, if that's what you want to do.
All right, back down to the south.
All right.
And presumably this one is going to be some kind of projectile trap.
I mean, that is a pretty good guess. All you see in this one is the hook that is like hanging from the ceiling with what looks like a brass key there.
I'm going to shoot the key off of the hook with my bow and arrow.
All right, roll to hit.
That seems to be what this is pointing towards doing.
Where's the hook at?
In the center of the room.
I mean, down here?
Yeah.
I miss.
Which direction is the hook facing?
It's facing you.
So directly... I mean, open side towards us, or open side towards the...
What do you mean by open side? I don't...
Well, a hook, I can't...
It's
Sorry,
like... All right, what you see is like the crest of the hook like this, and the key is dangling on
Is the hook
itself.
facing towards us?
Yes, it's facing...
them.
That's what I said, towards you, yes.
Right, so open side towards us.
Yes.
So shooting it with a bow and arrow is just going to knock the key backwards, up, and then back down again. It's not going to knock it off.
How far into the room is it?
Center of the room. So like right here.
I mean, I've got the necklace of Mage Hand on. I could just try to use Mage Hand to reach in and grab the key right off the hook.
Ah.
I am going to...
Oh, I love how obnoxious that turns out to be in the timeline of events. Stand there for a minute, Anton shoots it with an arrow and misses. Everyone looks around. Coriel walks up, mage hands.
I think I'm gonna lay down on the floor while I do it, though, in case there is some kind of a projectile. I want to be out of its firing path. It'll hopefully go over my head.
Anton's now looking at this mage hand, realizing he could have done that to get the other key, and he says nothing to no one except himself.
We all kind of forgot that we had Mage Hand.
Well, more specifically, Anton himself has mage hand.
Yes.
So you cast the mage hand from the necklace, and the hand goes and grasps the key. The key is liftable by the hand. But the minute the hand takes off the key, you hear like a clicking sound and rumbling. the hook shoots up into, you have the key in your hand, the hook shoots up, and the floor collapses in front of you.
Okay, but still under me.
Yeah, not under you, but collapses in front of you. So this entire floor collapses. Like, it looks like the entire floor was rigged to just fall under.
Okay.
And you have the key in the hand.
I appreciate that the weight balance of a key to hook ratio, just so that taking the key off, hook goes way up in the ceiling.
I mean, the calibration on that spring must be like just perfect.
Not to mention that the spring is one here wound up. No interaction for God knows how long. Oh wait, never mind. I forgot this fantasy world. Rations don't go bad.
Well, Siri.
I wonder when you were going to bring up that statue again. The rations inside.
Auburn reminds you all that Sirio did say they were both also really skilled trapsmiths, so this all makes sense, I guess.
I mean, we're just assuming it's a spring.
All right,
whatever the case is, you now have a brass key and a steel key.
Right.
You notice both the keys are actually very intricately made, very complex looking, and they have engravings on them. The brass key has an axe engraving. Excuse me, the brass key has an arrow engraving, and the steel key has an axe engraving.
Now, to follow the metaphor we've been doing this whole time, we have to get to the door that only Jesus would use. A carpenter's cup, right?
Oh, right. Because yes, not the cup of a king, not the key of a king, but the key of a carpenter. Choose wisely.
Yes.
All right. So we can go up to the door and try these out. I suppose I will put the brass arrow key into the lock. I guess assuming that there's like a lock on either side, the one to the south.
There is actually, and you notice that it has a bow and arrow motif next to it.
Oh, that's convenient.
And you notice that there is a double axe motif for the other key. So you put in the brass key, it clicks in quite easily.
I'll put in the steel key.
It clicks in quite easily, and then after a few seconds, you hear rumbling. The door slides into the wall. And you see a room behind you. From where the door was. Oh, did you walk in?
Yeah, we're all...
shit. Yeah, we walked in.
They walked in.
Oh, I walked past the door. I'm not walking in.
You walked in? So are you in the room now?
Cross the threshold.
First square.
It's time to do a Bill Clinton level of defining every word in the sentence.
Yep.
What is?
Who knows where the trap
What does
is?
what actually mean?
There are tidily arranged boxes, chests, and sacks lining basically the shelves in this stone room. The shelf itself is... the room itself is actually quite low. It's only about maybe 6 feet high. Slightly smaller than that. You notice that there's a large mural on the eastern wall. It depicts what looks like a host of green and gray cloaked archers turning back an army of what looks like poorly drawn Molthune soldiers, giants, and dragons. And you see several armored dummies and weapon racks all around the room. There's no trap. I'm just fucking with you.
Cool.
Wouldn't put it past them, though. One last trap.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in this room. Roll me a perception check, please, everybody.
Everyone. Oh, boy.
$25, $20, $24.
Yep. I'm just gonna assume I go over here.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to give you the list of stuff you find and then the extra stuff you find. How's that sound?
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what you get.
Who's putting this into the group rations and items?
Somebody should, because it's a lot of stuff.
All right, hang on. Let me pull that up. Okay. I'll put it all in miscellaneous. Either the weapons or anything. We'll sort it out later.
All right, you ready? You have a dozen long swords.
Jesus Christ.
2 dozen short swords.
Okay.
Dozen long swords, 2 dozen short swords, 3 dozen spears.
So this is how we equip our army.
Mm-hmm.
You also have 2 masterwork spears.
Okay.
A masterwork great axe.
Okay.
And let's see, the last thing was you find also like covered in dust on top of a box near the weapon rack, a adamantine star knife.
Anybody
Fancy.
follow Desna?
Adamantine, by the way, is a type of material that does come up in resistances. Those golems were actually vulnerable to adamantine as well, just to give an example. On the weapon, that's all the that's like the weapon rack. On the armor rack, you find 5 suits of masterwork hide armor.
Okay.
2 magical leather armors.
Okay.
And what looks like a suit of green dragonhide banded mail.
Okay.
There is the shelves contain what looks like lots of dried food that's been preserved. And you notice a small lockbox, which is locked at the moment.
Lockbox.
You also find, let's see, what else do you find? You find, let's see, there's an iron pot, which you can take if you want, but inside the iron pot seems to be a bunch of flasks. There are, let's see, 4 flasks worth of a substance you don't know what it is. You need to identify.
Was this the place with the dragon killing shit?
We're getting to that.
The other one. Okay. Alright.
Okay.
I'm saving the best thing for last.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just get out the fucking Dragon Slayer sword.
Fucking full on berserk.
Yeah.
Where was I?
4 flasks of an unknown substance.
Okay. In the corner on the east side, you see a what looks like a very ornate longbow that feels warm to the touch.